Hey guys, it's Pam. We need to talk a little bit about this vendor kit. So I know everybody is really excited because the holiday seasons are fast approaching, and I understand that everybody wants the vendor kit, which is a great tool that we have. It's a loaner vendor kit. The vendor kit includes a Jamboree table runner. It includes a wrap display, some like nice little trinkets for your table. It includes some picture frames, stuff like that, and of course inventory and the nail sticks, which I am getting there this week. Anyhow, we can talk about how this works. Obviously, this is something that not every team manager does, so we're very fortunate that I am doing it. But with that said, it's very dependent on how this works. If this doesn't work, I'm going to have to discontinue it. So I've never seen this much demand for the kit, so this is why I'm addressing this now. The vendor kit is something local to Bucks County, Pennsylvania. So if you live fairly close to Trevose or Feasterville, feel free to check it out. You have to pick it up and drop off in person. The vendor kit is pretty big. You can't ship it. And even if you could ship it, nobody's going to ship it out to you. This vendor kit is only available to us because my dad is helping us out. My dad, his name is Carlos. He lives in Feasterville. In Trevose in Pennsylvania. So he is a general manager at Siemens, and he's extremely busy. He's never home. He leaves really early, comes home really late. There's no way he's going to be able to do any shipping at all. So shipping is pretty much out of the question. Shipping out is out of the question. So if you want it, you have to go pick it up, or you have to go drop it off. So I'm very glad that we have my dad helping us out with this. He's a very busy person. So here's what happens. If you want to use the vendor kit, you can sign it out for maximum 2 weeks at a time. Then you have to let somebody else use it. You can have it out from a Wednesday to a Tuesday. So you can have that max for 2 weeks, a Wednesday to a Tuesday. You pick it up and you drop it off. The morning that you need it, my dad is already aware of this. I'm just gonna send him he knows he's gonna have like a set of dates. So he knows that on the morning of, he's going to drop it off. He's gonna leave it on the porch for you to come and pick up. So we might need to fix this a little bit. I'm going to have to think a little bit about how to do this, because what if you can't go that day, but you can go the next day? So I think I'm going to have to include my dad's telephone number on the vendor log and somehow have him, you guys are going to have to text my dad the day that you're going to go pick it up, text him the night before, and then he'll put it out on the porch. Yeah, that's what's going to have to happen. So the day before you want to pick it up, send him a text and say, hey, Carlos, this is Janine. I'm going to go pick it up tomorrow morning. Can you please leave the vendor kit on the porch? So he'll go get that. Okay. The inventory that's included in the vendor kit, if you don't want the vendor kit and you just want the inventory, you still have to sign it out because obviously it's not complete. It's a part of it. So if you just want the inventory, you still have to sign it up and sign it out. And again, it's your responsibility to go pick it up and drop it off. Whatever you sell, you replace the exact same wrap. So make sure you're noting it, especially if you are going to take your own wraps. Make sure that you are clearly distinguishing which wraps are mine and which wraps are yours, because I know which ones are in my vendor kit. They're the ones that I like. So whatever you sell that's mine, you need to replace with the exact same wrap. When you replace the wrap, you have to have it shipped to my dad's house, okay? Because it needs to be pretty fast shipping. I don't want to wait until it goes to your house and then you send it to his house. This is also why it's imperative that anytime you're done with the vendor kit, you return it back to my dad's house. Anytime my dad receives a Jamboree order, he's not even going to open it. He's just going to throw it in the vendor kit. So every time that vendor kit is returned to my dad's house, to Carlos's house, the vendor kit gets replenished with the missing wraps. Okay, so you might get the vendor kit and you might not get 25 wraps. You might get 20 because we're still waiting for 5 to be replaced, okay? If you break something, you need to replace it. Inside the vendor kit, there's some picture frames, there are tablecloths. If anything gets damaged, you are responsible for this. If I see too many missing wraps, if I see that people are not replacing their wraps, I'm really sorry, but we're going to have to discontinue this. Okay, because I want this to be something helpful. I want this to be something fun. I don't want it to, cause any problems. Also, like I said, this is something local to the PA girls. If this is something that you're interested in doing, if you think that you're going to be doing a lot of these vendor shows, please feel free to make your own. Oh my gosh, it's a great idea. You don't even have to go big and have a kit. You could just have inventory, and you could do this with just your team. Maybe each one of you wants to pitch in with 5 wraps, and all of a sudden you have 25 wraps, and you just kind of call that your inventory kit, and at the end, whenever you guys are done using it, each one gets their 5 wraps back. Pretty nice and simple. So I hope this kind of explains everything. I hope this kind of explains everything, but if you have any questions, please let me know. But again, the most important thing here is that the kit has to be picked up and dropped off in person, and it needs to go back to my dad's house often. And thank you so much, Dad. Okay, thanks guys. Take care.